Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something straight from the heart. There is one boundary that makes men fall in love forever, and I need you to understand it, because once you do, it changes everything about how relationships work. Men don't just fall in love because of beauty, charm, or sweet words. Men fall in love with respect. And the moment a woman sets the boundary that says, I will not settle for being disrespected, that man knows he's dealing with someone rare, someone he can't replace, someone he doesn't ever want to lose. Let me tell you something today that most people don't really understand about men. See, people think men fall in love because of looks, or because of fun, or because of how much attention they're getting. But if you want to know the truth, if you want to know what makes a man fall in love and stay in love forever, it comes down to one thing, and that's respect. Respect is the fuel that keeps a man's heart burning for you. Respect is the foundation that turns a temporary attraction into lifelong commitment. And if you don't understand this, you can end up wasting years of your life trying to figure out why he pulled away or why he didn't stay. A man might be attracted to beauty, yes, but beauty alone has never kept a man loyal. A man might enjoy your personality, but personality alone has never made him commit. What makes him lock in, what makes him say, this is the one I cannot lose, is the respect he feels when he's with you. Because respect makes a man feel like he matters, like he's valued, like he's seen for more than just what he provides. And when a woman gives a man that kind of respect, when she shows him she admires his efforts, his dreams, his grind, that man starts to see her as irreplaceable. Now, let me be clear. Respect is not about worship. Respect doesn't mean you accept bad treatment or stay silent when something's wrong. Real respect is about recognizing the good in a man and letting him know that you see it. A man goes out in the world every single day and fights battles you never even hear about. He deals with pressure, competition, fear, and doubts. Out there, people judge him by his money, his job, his success. But when he comes to you, he doesn't want to feel like another competitor. He wants to feel like a king. And when he feels that from you, when he feels respected, that's when love hits him in the deepest way. Men can get attention anywhere, but respect? That's rare. Respect is what separates you from everybody else. Respect tells him, I value who you are, not just what you can give me. Respect tells him, I see your effort, I believe in you, I trust you. And the crazy thing about men is that once they feel truly respected by a woman, they fall harder than you can imagine because it speaks to the core of their soul. It tells them they're enough. And when a man feels like he's enough for you, that's when he gives you everything. That's when he stays loyal, committed, and invested let me put it this way, men chase pleasure, but they commit to respect. A man might play around with someone who looks good, but he won't build a life with her unless he feels respected. He might flirt with someone who excites him, but he won't fight for her unless she gives him respect. But that woman who looks him in the eyes and says, I believe in you, I admire you, I honor what you bring, that woman owns his heart. So if you really want to know the secret, it isn't about how much you give, it isn't about how much you sacrifice, and it isn't about trying to be perfect. The real secret is learning how to give respect in a way that makes a man stand taller, makes him want to be better, and makes him realize he can't live without you. Because when a man finds that, ladies and gentlemen, he has found forever. When you set a boundary, you are not pushing love away. You are defining the kind of love you are willing to accept. People often get it twisted and think boundaries are about being cold or difficult. But the truth is, boundaries are one of the clearest ways to communicate your value. They are not about shutting people out. They are about teaching people how to treat you, the way you carry yourself, the lines you draw, the standards you uphold. All of that tells someone exactly who you are and what you deserve. And when a man sees a woman who values herself enough to stand on her boundaries, he knows she is not like everyone else. He knows she cannot be played with, she cannot be treated halfway, she cannot be taken for granted. Boundaries say more about your self-worth than your words ever could. Anybody can say they deserve love and respect, but when you set a boundary, you are showing it, not just saying it. If you refuse to accept disrespect, if you make it clear that broken promises won't slide, if you let someone know you're not available for half-hearted effort, that's when they realize they either have to rise to the standard or step aside. And the beauty of this is simple. The wrong people will fall off, and the right person will rise up. You'll never lose the one who's meant for you by setting a boundary, because the person who truly wants you will respect it. See, boundaries are like a mirror. They reflect the value you place on yourself. If you don't have them, you're telling people you don't believe you deserve better. If you constantly bend and break your own standards just to keep someone, you're teaching them that your love is cheap, that they can do the bare minimum and still have you. But when you say no, this is the line. This is how I expect to be treated. You are teaching them that your love is precious, your time is valuable, and your presence is not guaranteed. That's what separates a woman who gets played from a woman who gets loved. The thing about boundaries is they don't just protect you, they guide others. Think about it like this. When someone walks into your house, you don't just let them roam through every room without rules. You let them know where they can sit, what's off limits, and how you expect your home to be respected. That's not being rude. That's called having order. It's the same in relationships. A man feels secure when he knows what the boundaries are, because it gives him clarity. He knows what you expect, what you will not tolerate, and that helps him step into the role he's supposed to play. Without boundaries, relationships fall into chaos. People start testing how far they can go, and if you never say no, they'll just keep pushing. But when you set that line, when you calmly and firmly make it clear what you will not accept, you are giving someone the choice to love you right or to leave you alone. And the man who is serious about you, the man who wants something real, he will see those boundaries not as a problem, but as an invitation to rise. He will respect you more for it because it shows him that you respect yourself. Here's what makes boundaries powerful. They don't have to be shouted. They don't have to be angry. They just have to be consistent. Consistency is where people learn who you are. If you keep saying one thing and doing another, no one is going to take your boundaries seriously. But if you stand on them, if you stick to them even when it's hard, you become unforgettable. Because a woman who values herself enough to enforce her boundaries is a woman who cannot be replaced. So when a man meets a woman who holds her boundaries with grace and consistency, it teaches him how to treat her with honor. It teaches him that her time is not to be wasted, her love is not to be played with, and her presence is something he has